Good evening, friends and residents of Punggol East. How are you today? During a rally on Sunday night at this very same spot, against the cold wind and rain, Kenneth Jeyaretnam made 3 promises to the voters of Punggol East. Firstly, if you elected him as your MP to represent you and your interests, he will move to Punggol East to be with you and to build up a new community together, hand in hand. Secondly, he will be your full-time MP. Full-time, not part-time. He will also serve you wholeheartedly all the time, not just gracing functions on weekends or kissing babies and hugging elderly women when elections are near. Thirdly, he has generously pledged to donate not less than 10% of his MP salary or allowance to the community. What more can you ask for? What are you waiting for? More broken promises? No! Vote for the Reform Party! Send Kenneth Jeyaretnam into the Parliament! Let me tell you something more about Kenneth Jeyaretnam. He graduated from Cambridge University with double first-class honours, and he was a successful fund manager. He has a loving wife, a teenage son, and a nice house in London. He was leading a comfortable life, enjoying his fruits of labour. But why then did he return to Singapore? It was because he wanted to fulfill his father, JBJ's dream. JBJ was elected as the MP for Anson during a by-election in 1981. He was also re-elected in 1984 general elections. However, he was removed of his MP post in the 1986. At that time, Anson was also removed from the electoral map, completely wiped out, erased amidst much unhappiness. Kenneth is a filial son. He returned to Singapore to help his father settle his bankruptcy in year 2007. This enabled JBJ to set up the Reform Party. This enabled JBJ to set up the Reform Party in June 2008. Unfortunately, he passed away in September 2008, just 3 months later before his dream of being an MP again could be realized. Seeing the sad state of his father, who was a former senior district judge, later a successful criminal lawyer, reduced to a bankrupt and dying before he could fulfill his dream, the honorable dream of fighting for justice, democracy, and the rights for Singaporeans. Kenneth made the tough decision to continue what JBJ has left unfinished. To continue doing the right thing. To continue to make sure that there are no more broken promises. In fact, I do not wish to wash dirty linens in public, but I must let you all know that the Workers' Party, under its present arrogant and ambitious leaders, paid little respect to the passing of JBJ, although he has been the party chief for so many years before passing the baton to Mr. Low Tia Kiang. During the last years of JPJ life, he had to sell his books at Center Point, Raffles Place, and various MRT stations to earn some money to sustain himself, just to earn some money for a livelihood. Being a selfless man, he did not want to burden his child. At that time, did anyone from the Workers' Party offer any help to him? No! They did not offer any help to him. They sit down and watch. But still, knowing that Kenneth was new and had little experience at that time, none of them offered to guide or help him. Kenneth had initially sought to join forces with the Workers' Party and other opposition parties, but they alienated him in the same manner as what they did to the father. Why? Because they view him as a threat. For all their arrogance, they were afraid of him. They were afraid. They were afraid of this man. He wanted nothing more to follow in the legacy of his father's footsteps. He just wanted to fight for the Singaporeans' rights. They worry that one day they will steal the thunder from him. This is a sad political situation in Singapore today. So for this by-election, the Reform Party as well as other opposition parties tried to reason with the Workers' Party that it would be the best interest of Punggol East residents if they were to join forces to share their resources to avoid a multi-corner fight. But the Workers' Party were not interested to negotiate. They felt that it was their sole right to step their foot into Punggol East. So what if they have 6 elected MPs and 2 NC MPs? They don't claim the rights to be here. Who say we are disturbing them? We are not. We are here for you. They had little respect for others. They wanted everything by themselves. For Kenneth, it was not an easy decision to make. He was having a successful career, a loving family, a loving, comfortable home. He was willing to sacrifice all this for you, for the residents of Punggol East. I therefore urge you, the voters of Punggol East, to reciprocate, to vote him into Parliament. He will be a louder voice for you. He will champion your rights. He will bring up all your unhappiness, all your issues. Vote for the Reform Party. Vote for Mr. Kenneth Jeyaretnam. We have walked Punggol East. We have received much unfavorable feedbacks, ranging from the poor bus service, overcrowded LRTs, to badly constructed sheltered walkways. You have brought these complaints to your previous MP, but nothing was done. Let me tell you, if you cast your vote to Mr. Kenneth Jeyaretnam on 26th of January, we promise you, we will look into your complaints immediately. Many Singaporeans are worried, very worried, about the ever-rising cost of living, affordability of HDB flats, medical costs, and your CPF savings. But we have Kenneth Jeyaretnam, a double first-class honours graduate in economics from the prestigious Cambridge University. He will endeavour to look into all this and present down-to-earth solutions to all your concerns. He is more than a match for any of the high-paid PAP ministers. He is more than a match. All you need to do, voters of Punggol East, all you need to do is to vote for him. He will make it right for you. Yes, no more broken promises. Recently, during this campaign period, you must have heard many proposals and suggestions by other candidates, ranging from more childcare centres to providing care for the elderly. As for the Reform Party, we do not propose or suggest merely for the purpose of gaining popularity or gaining votes. We will sit down with you, we will consult you, and then bring up your proposals. Because you know your estate best. It is not the PAP. It is not the WP. It is not even the SDA. We sit down with you. We know you. Mr. Kenneth Jeyaretnam, like JBJ, will bring life back to parliament debates, unlike other incumbent MPs who merely play the role of co-drivers and watchdogs. To be frank, I have yet to see any co-drivers giving a slap to the driver to wake him up. Let's think seriously for a moment. Is it wise to put your hopes and aspirations in the hands of only one opposition party? Why not diversify your investment? It will not be in the interest of Singaporeans to have only two parties represented in parliament. I assure you, Kenneth Jeyaretnam will make both the PAP and Workers' Party MP work harder for you. You cast your vote to him, he will slap the driver and the co-driver if they fall asleep at the wheel. Kenneth will work together full-time with the residents of Punggol East. He will improve your estate. He will always be available for you when you need him. He will put his expertise to good use by working out solutions to the management of your estates and financial concerns. Yes, he is the one who will sacrifice for you. He is the one who dares to speak up for you. Don't forget, he is a chief of the old block.